Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Kanika. In today's computer application class, we are going to continue with Unit 3, Chapter 1, that is Introduction to Word Processor. So let's begin. Page orientation. Now, what do you mean by page orientation? Page orientation refers to the layout of your document. This layouting could be lengthwise or widthwise. So, as you can see in the diagram, there are basically two types of page orientation, that is portrait and landscape. So, portrait is a lengthwise document representation, whereas landscape is a widthwise representation of the document. So, you can achieve both of these in your MS Word. As you can see, your books are mainly in the portrait format, whereas the paintings or the vertical books which you see, horizontal books which you see, are in landscape. So you can also set the orientation of your page quite easily. So what you need to do to set the page orientation for your document, click on Format menu and choose the page sub menu as shown. So wherever in the chapter we are using this format menu, this is in the 2003 MS Word. I have already cleared this topic, clear this concept in previous tutorial, that in your book some of the examples are given from 2003, but we are learning practical from 2007 MS Word. Okay, so in exam, whether you write in the 2003 format or in 2007 format, both are correct. Okay, but we are going to learn on the latest version of MS Word. So here you can click on the format. If you are using 2003 MS Word, you can click on Format menu, you can click on Page, and then you can just select the orientation, that is whether you want it to be portrait or landscape, and just click on OK. So that is how you can achieve landscape and portrait orientation of your page. Next is adding header and footer. As the name suggests, header is located at the top of the page. For example, in your book, this introduction to word processor is available on every page, and the page number is also over here. So this is what you can call a header to your chapter or your book. That means it is same in all the pages. So you don't need to write or provide this introduction to word processor every time. You can use simply header and it will automatically add it into every page of your book. Similarly, footer, it is the bottom of the page in your book. You can see there is a footer. There is no footer used in your books. There is only header used. So in some books you can see that there is page number or the book chapter name written at the end of the chapter. So that is the footer. So you can also give that in your MS Word. For doing that, click on the insert menu and you can just select header from there, and you can then edit it according to your need. You will see this in the practical part. Next is numbering of the page. As the name suggests, it is used for giving numbers to your page. So page number usually go into the footer, but if required, it can be placed in header also. So depending on your interest and depending how you want your document to be, you can place the page number. So you can just go to the insert menu and then select the page number option here only. In the insert menu, you can select the page number option, and you can just give the page number as per your need. You can give them 1 to 3 in Romans or in alphabets also. Now how you can navigate in the document. Navigate means how you can see your document or how you can move your cursor or can show the movement in your document. The movement inside document can be in the up, down or left format. For example, I am reading this PDF. So in this document I can go up and down. So this is the navigation which I can do in any document. So in Writer, you can navigate directly to the start and end of the document by using Control Home. So if you click on Control Home, then you will be directly go to the first page of the document. And if I click Control End, then I will be directly go to the end of the document. So this is one example of navigation. Next is scrolling. Scrolling is very easy. You get a bar at your right or in your horizontal as well as vertical format through which you can reach to the desired part of your document. So you can see in the diagram there is a vertical scroll bar that controls the vertical movement and a horizontal scroll bar that controls the horizontal movement. Now inserting in text document. Sometimes what happens when you're writing a document, some words or some sentences you need to add later on for the betterment of your text. So you can also do that in very easily. You can just put your cursor in there. So this insert, you just need to check whether it is in the insert format also, because sometimes what happens, if you download any of the Word file from the internet or you are sharing any kind of document at a professional level, so they are read only. Sometimes you cannot change them, so you need to check whether it is in insert format, and then you can just click on the text where you want to edit, and you can just add your text in between also. Also, for over typing, you need to check whether it is written over or not. So you can just simply select the text and over mode will be on. Next come text selection. Now, as the name suggests, text selection means selecting your text. So we have seen in the previous tutorial that when I want to make my text bold, italic, or want to change the styles or font of the font style or font size of the text, I need to first select the text and then only I can make any changes. Okay, so there are different ways in which you can select the text. So here you can see in this table. So first technique is to click and hold at the beginning of the selection and drag the mouse to the end of the selection box. Or other way is click at the beginning of the selection and hold down the shift. I will show you how. For example, this text is here. So I want to select it. I will click on the left of my mouse and I can simply drag it, or I can click on the bottom of my text and can drag it in the upward position. Other ways of doing it, I can simply use the shortcut such as Control A. I simply press Control A and my whole of the text is selected. Other way of doing is I can just bring my cursor here and I can click on shift, and I can just move the arrow keys. You will not be able to see, but I have pressed the shift button and along with I am moving the right hand side arrow key. Also I can click on the left hand side arrow key and it will deselect it. Okay. Other way is that I can click on shift and can click on the end button directly, so it will select my whole line. Okay, if I want my line to be selected, I can click on the shift button and click on the end, or I can simply use the mouse for the movement. So this is how selection of text is done before performing any kind of change. So best one is the mouse one, and other way is to use the end or the home button on your keyboard, or simply using the shift button and the arrow keys for selecting the text. Okay, so these are certain ways, similar ways which are given. You can double click also, you can double click on the text. For example, I click on the, I want to select one word, so you can select the one word by double clicking on it. One line at one letter at a time, you can also select one letter at a time by using the mouse, or you can shift home and shift end for the selection of the complete line. Then you can select text using the mouse. I have shown you how. So you have to wait for this I beam to be there, and then you can simply click on the left button of the mouse and drag it. And selecting the text using keyboard, we have also done this. Next is cut, copy, paste. So it is a very easy thing to do. Cut, copy, paste, as the name suggests. Cut means you can cut your text and paste it to the another place in your document. So this is very easy and makes the editing part very easy. Why? Because these operations save us from typing and retyping the same information over and over again. For example, there is some information which I need to provide in multiple documents. So I can just copy the document and paste it to the other side. So here you can see there are certain icons which are available for cut, copy, paste. For cut, there is a scissor icon. Copy, there is this two single page item, and then for paste we have a glue icon. Or other way of doing is these keyboard shortcuts. For cut, Control X, copy, Control Z, and paste, Control V. So here is an example of cut and paste. What happens, for example, this is the text and I have selected the black color, the highlighted text is the selected text. I have cut the text. That means now it is being removed from the previous text. Okay, so it is removed from the previous text, and then you can paste it to the another place. When you cut the text, it is being removed from the original context, but when you copy the text, it will remain in the original copy as well. So you can see as I have copied it, it is still there in the previous text, and you can paste it. So this is how copy and cut are different. Next is drop and drag method. So you can just simply select your text or drag and drop the text whenever required. Okay. So drag, steps for drag is select the text you want to move, select the mouse pointer anywhere on the selected text without clicking it. So simply, as the name suggests, you can drag and drop your text. So let us see the practical part now. Okay, so now we will see the practical part. First, we are going to see how you can change the page orientation, that is either landscape or portrait. So this is by default portrait. So what you can do, just go to the page layout. Here you can see orientation. So here you can see portrait as it is in portrait. Then you can change it to landscape or again into portrait. So this is how you can change the page layout in your MS Word 2000. Okay. I will suggest you students to please learn the 2007 version because it is better and easier and it will be acceptable in your exam as well. So try to learn these steps. You have to learn these steps because they can be asked in your exam, that how you can change the page orientation. So you have to write steps over there. That's step 1. So click on page layout in the menu bar. Step 2, click on orientation. Step 3, select the portrait or landscape which you want to do. So simple 3 steps you have to write. So this is how questions will be there in your half yearly exam. So you need to know every formatting or every editing or every steps which we are studying here. So you need to give steps for that. Okay, so let us come to the next, that is adding header or footer. For that, you can go into the insert menu. Here you can see the ribbon header, footer and page number. So you can click on header. Here you can see the different styles which are given, which you can use. For example, if I use this. So here there is a line and I can type the document, that is MS Word. So this will be visible on my every page. Since this is a one page document, so it will be present in only one page. So then I need to close the header and footer. So you can see it is MS Word over here, and if I go to the next page, so it is automatically here, you can see in the MS Word. If I go to another page, MS Word is there. Similarly, in the insert, I can provide with footer. Example, this is the footer. So I can type anything here, class 9. So as soon as I close the header and footer, you can see it is available on every page. This is page 2. So it has automatically given page number itself also. I don't need to be bothered about giving the page number every time. So it will automatically count the page number. You can see page number 1, page number 2. Okay. So you can also select whatever design or whatever format you want to use. Then you can also remove it later. You can click on header and you can remove header. You can click on footer and you can remove your footer. Okay, you can also edit it if you want any kind of changes into it. There are many functionalities over here, but you don't need to study as per your syllabus. Also in the insert, you can also add page number just simply on the top of the page. On the top of the page, you again have various types. For example, in the left corner, in the center, in the right corner, and then one page. So there are different ways of giving. At the bottom of the page also, page margin also, that means wherever you want, in the right hand side, in the vertical left, current position, you can customize it. Also you can format the page number. For example, I want my page number to be as ABC, or I want my page number to be as 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can also continue from previous section. So okay, so if I provide page number from top, then you can see it is now in the Roman format as I selected the on the top of the part. So it is a part of the header now. So this is how you can give your page number. You can see third, second and first. Okay, so this is how you can give the page number. You can also remove the page number by remove page number. You can also format page number. For example, I don't want my page number to be starting from first. I want my page number to start from 5th page. Okay, and I select the number. Click on OK. And then I can select page number style. For example, I am selecting bottom in the center. So you can see my page number is starting from 5. And here you can see 6. And here you can see 7. Okay, This is how you can also change the page number starting position also. So this is how you can do page numbering. Next we have is scrolling and text selection. We have discussed that. Next is cut, paste and copy. So simply, if I want to use the Microsoft Word, I can select this text. Here in the I can right click and there I have cut and copy option. Paste is not activated yet because I have nothing to paste. So you can just right click and click on the cut option. So this Microsoft Word is cut and I want to paste it here. So it will be pasted here. Okay. How you can paste it? You can just simply right click and paste. Similarly, you can also copy it. For example, I select it, copy it and paste it over here. Okay, this is how you can cut, copy, paste. Also, you can see it is the ribbons are provided over here in the home page for cut, copy, paste. Instead of right clicking, you can just click on cut, so it will be cut, and then you can simply paste, or you can also select the text and copy it from the ribbon and then you can paste it wherever you want. Okay, so this is the space which is being provided in between. Why? Because we have given the line spacing in the previous tutorial, so it is taking that space over here. Okay, so this was all about the tutorial. Also, I want to show you one more thing. In page layout, you can also directly change your indentation and spacing from here also. But if it is asked in exam, you need to follow the previous tutorial and give the exact same step. For example, selecting the text and going to the paragraph and using the indentation and spacing over there. Okay, so this was all about this tutorial. I hope you have understood it. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask me. You can comment your doubts in the comment box below, or you can directly ask me your doubts in the doubt section. Thank you.